January 4th, 1903, Coney Island, New York. Thousands of people gathered not for a show, but for an execution. The victim? A 28-year-old Asian elephant named Topsy. Her crime? Killing a man. Her sentence? Death by 6,600 volts of electricity. In front of a paying crowd. This is the true, tragic, and completely absurd story of how one circus elephant declared war on an entire city, and lost in the most horrifying way imaginable. Welcome back to Chibi History Bites. Today we're diving into one of the darkest chapters in circus history, Topsy the elephant. This isn't just a weird animal story, it's about cruelty, spectacle, early electricity hype, and how society turned tragedy into entertainment. Let's go back to the beginning. Topsy was born around 1875, captured in Southeast Asia as a calf. By the 1890s, she was a star of the four-paw circus, one of the biggest traveling shows in America. She could balance on balls, stand on her head, and do tricks that wowed audiences. People called her gentle until they didn't. Her trainer, James Whitey Blount, was known for being brutal. He used a bull hook to control her, jabbing, beating, even burning her with cigarettes. On January 3rd, 1903, during a show in Coney Island, Blount pushed too far. He shoved a lit cigarette into Topsy's trunk as a joke. She reacted, instantly grabbed him with her trunk, slammed him to the ground, stomped him, and gored him to death. The crowd screamed. The newspapers the next day screamed louder, "Murderous Mary!" Topsy had become public enemy number one. Luna Park owners panicked. Topsy was worth thousands of dollars, but a killer elephant was bad for business. The public demanded she be destroyed. Animal control tried poison, first cyanide-laced carrots. She ate them. And nothing happened. Then they tried shooting her in the head. The bullets bounced off her thick skull. So they went to the most dramatic, modern method available in 1903, electrocution. Now, you've probably heard the myth. Thomas Edison electrocuted the elephant to prove a sea current was dangerous. That's mostly false. The War of the Currents was over by 1893. Edison had already lost. But Edison's company did film the execution. They sent a camera crew to Luna Park, recorded it, and sold copies as a short film. It was propaganda, but more for spectacle than science. Edison didn't order it, he just cashed in on the tragedy. January 4th, 1903. About 1,500 to 2,000 spectators paid to watch. Topsy was fed whiskey to calm her nerves. They strapped her to a wooden platform with chains. First, they fed her more poison. Then they tightened ropes around her neck. Finally, 6,600 volts of alternating current surged through her body. Smoke rose from her feet. She stiffened, collapsed, and died in seconds. The crowd cheered. The footage survives, grainy, silent, haunting. Luna Park used the film as twisted advertising for months. Topsy's body was buried on site. The story faded until the internet rediscovered it in the 2000s. Today, it's seen as a grim symbol of animal cruelty in circuses. It helped fuel the early animal rights movement and reminded people that elephants are intelligent, emotional beings, not disposable entertainment. So, was Topsy a killer? Or just an animal pushed too far? We'll never know. But one thing's clear, in 1903, a city decided an elephant declared war. And they answered with electricity. If this story shocked you, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more wild history bites every week. Thanks for watching, see you next time.